So let's see where we're gonna go today. To set a bit of a direction, today I'm speaking about the social media and your hormones. This is gonna be very stupid because I'm speaking about social media on social media. So stick around, we'll make sense of it. And in case you're joining us for the first time this week we're speaking about the fact that you are food. You are food. Somebody's feeding from you. Something is feeding from you. That's why that's why you feel so sad. That's why you feel so heavy. You're having what they call energy leak. You know, almost according to the scientific theory, when you have energy leak, your performance is going to be affected. Now, the energy leak that we're talking about this week, or when I say that you are food, is the emotions that you're giving away. What we need to ask ourselves is, who's feeding from these emotions? Or what is feeding from these emotions? Some people call it energy vampires. Some people get very excited. They call them spiritual attacks. You know, actually, every time when I speak about this, it makes me laugh because most of the energy vampires, it's ourselves, upon ourselves. This is obviously a very complicated subject because you're probably asking yourself, how could I attack myself? Take it in a sense of lupus. You know that that immune deficiency where your body starts attacking itself, which is what a disease is. A disease is nothing but your body attacking itself. Exactly the same thing that we're doing to our physical body, we're doing it to our spirit, to our soul, to our energy, to our emotions. We go around, we're giving our energy everywhere. You go to YouTube, or let me say YouTube is actually better. Let me say you come to TikTok. Have you ever had that instance where you're on TikTok, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. By the time when you open up your eyes, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What happened within those 4 hours? You were a buffet. Something was feeding from you. You know? And now it's so sad because it's like, but now where should we go? If you're saying that social media it's not good, I'm not saying it's not good for you. You tell me how you feel after sticking around on a social media platform, any platform. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And I said that this is going to be very stupid because I'm speaking about the same thing and you're on TikTok. Let me give you some couple of statistics as to why you always feel zapped after spending some time on social media. And I know you know what I'm talking about. You're just pretending, you know, as if like you. No, not me, bro. I don't do too much of a social media. Now that we get that out of the way, you are also a victim. You are also food. I don't know whether you breakfast, you lunch, or you supper. Whenever when you spoiling or you splitting your energy, or whenever when you having an energy output that is not accounted for, you're getting fucked up. I've since had it, you know, Marco. I actually haven't read it, you know, but I think I also shared it in a WhatsApp group a couple of weeks ago. But I'd like to make some time and read it, you know. It looks like a beautiful book, plus the cover is beautiful. Yellow is my color, so that's why it's a beautiful book. But thank you very much for that. Sitwanto, Train, I see that you're here. Yeah, no, for sure, I think I would. Let's break it down a little bit. You know, I like it because you're speaking about the habits. This week, we're speaking about the whole plethora of emotions. What are emotions? Like, besides like sexual emotions, besides feeling in love, besides feeling angry, what are emotions? What are they doing to us? Are we even aware that emotions are doing something to us? I doubt that we do, because if we were aware that being angry makes us sick, I think we'll stop being angry. It was Dr. Norman Vincent Peale who said that the man who angers me kills me. So every time when you allow something or somebody to make you angry, you are actually killing yourself, not immediately though, with installments. You're killing yourself in high purchases. You're like stacking up. You angry today, you angry tomorrow, you angry on Friday, you angry on Saturday, you angry next week, you angry next year. And no wonder you look so angry. Even your face is so long and tight. You are a 20-year-old, but you look like a 65-year-old. Because you're always so angry. Why are you so angry? But I'm not there. I was just cracking up a bit of a joke. Emotions become words, words become actions, actions become habits, habits become destiny. Your habits are shaping your path. Bringing in back to what we're speaking about today, emotions and social media. This thing of you not helping it, but always finding yourself on a social media platform, even though you want to make it sound nice, it's an addiction. And I know I'm going to be flagged a lot, by a lot of people on this episode, particularly. Even if I don't even know if this is an episode or is it a talk or is it whatever. It's just the frank conversations that we're having. If you are an addict to a social media, your life is fucked up. Hello. Oh yeah. So let me give you some of the few statistics when it comes to social media. Let's start with Facebook, the most beloved one. Just hold on for me. There's a lot of moving parts. Yeah, no, I just decided to come in. I actually don't want people that were listening to me to be here today. You'll catch me at 6 o'clock this evening. I'm doing up these videos and I'm uploading them on YouTube exactly the way how they are. In case you haven't seen my YouTube channel, go there, check it out, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it plays a big role on our side. If you got a donation or two to spare as well, because I know a lot of people are giving a lot, you most welcome as well to drop it off here. 10%. So, coming back to the whole thing of emotions. On social media, if you spend, let's say, 30 minutes on Facebook platform, it has been scientifically proven, not once, not twice, but thousands and thousands amount of times. 30 minutes on Facebook subjects you to 50 unpronounced anxiety attacks. Facebook, I'm not talking about any other. Let's leave WhatsApp for now. Let's leave, we'll come to them. Because today, I'm particularly speaking about social media. What does it do to you? And I want you to hear me right. I'm not saying that you should stop using social media. I'm not stupid. I'm not the man from the cave. But there's a difference between you using it and it using you. Huge difference. There's so much of a huge difference. Some people make it their life work just to randomly scroll. And you're not even aware. Or you are aware, you are in denial. Because you know that after spending some time on social media, you know how you feel. It's not a lie anymore. This is a public knowledge. I'm not coming here with some things that are conspiracy. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. If you want some conspiracy theories, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that are doing that. But one of the best guys about the conspiracy theories is David Icke. Go check his work. So, yeah. Coffee. So, thank you very much for the follows and your guys' likes. I've set some target on donations there. Check the price and see whether can you feed there. You know. But then if you feel like you don't want to be contributing or assisting us or donating on the platform, you can also do it off the platform. My numbers are right here. If you find it in your heart that you love what we're talking about and you'd like seeing us doing more of this, because this is a self-funded channel, you know. This is my main hustle and my side hustle. That was just a bit of a commercial. Back to the subject. When you spend as little as 30 minutes on Facebook, you subject your body to 50 unpronounced anxiety attacks. For the people that know what an anxiety attack is, they will tell you that's not some funny business. Anxiety attack can become disastrous. All of a sudden you can't breathe, your pupils are dilating, you're seeing only dark or gray or black, you're losing up the control of your motor cortexes. That's why some people, when they suffer anxiety attack, they fall down. What is an anxiety attack? An anxiety attack is a chemical breakdown. That's what an anxiety attack is. All of a sudden, this doesn't even know how it works. It doesn't even recognize itself. Because chemicals have concocted in a negative way. Chemicals also known as hormones. So when you are suffering from anxiety attack, it means that there is something that is wrong in your chemist, your internal state, mainly regulated by your emotions. So this thing of talking about emotional intelligence, it's not only book stuff. This is real shit. Because emotions that cannot be controlled or tamed, they tend to run the show. That's why you see on social media, everybody's always making an emotional decision or emotional comment. Nobody ever stops and thinks anymore. People are thinking with this, driven by their emotions. You find me here on TikTok, you don't even know me. You feel like you want to complain about my teeth, about my setup, about my volume. Or you find some sister somewhere else, you want to complain about their hair. Somebody's dancing something, you want to comment. We just have this impulse of saying something. But what are we really saying? Nothing. This is when you see that people are ruled by their emotions. People are victims to their hormones. And nobody has any clue. You know, everybody's just going on as if like everything is fine. It's just a day where you're gonna upload a status. And you're not aware that somebody's looking at you and they're like, there comes food. Should you move on? You can go, comrade, you can go to ShopRite. You see that ShopRite, they have that thing that they send. I'm just teasing, man. The bestest gift for me is if anybody can get, or if this knowledge that we're sharing can be of help to anybody. That's my bestest gift. Food for thought. You know? But it's very hard these days because a lot of people don't think, oh, let's explain the anxiety attack. 30 minutes, as little as 30 minutes on Facebook causes you to have 50 unpronounced anxiety attack. What's an anxiety? An anxiety is when your chemicals are failing you. Your hormones are failing you. A lot of people that are suffering from anxiety attack, because remember, anxiety does not necessarily have to be triggered by external things. You could be sitting right there in your car, in your office, or wherever where you are, and your heart just decides to stop. With nobody, not even a fly. Meaning, your inability to control your homeostatic state or your internal environment, it's costing you your health. There's a lot of things that contribute to anxiety, but today I want us to speak about social media. And I'm not saying that you should leave it, It's a good thing to have, Look where we are. Where are you listening to this from? Social media. But now, we obviously have to balance. Sometimes we have some fun on it. Sometimes you fuck it up. Sometimes you make use of it. Sometimes it fucks you up. You play around like it like that. But not every day. You always checking out Squamota's videos. And sometimes just subscribe to a beautiful content, Nice stuff. So, if then Facebook can cause you anxiety attack, remember, anxiety that is matured is also known as depression. But we'll get to depression. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Anxiety that is well fermented equals to depression. But let's break down the anxiety because social media is known to cause anxiety. When you spending 30 minutes with 50 unpronounced anxiety attacks, Hausen, I want you to add Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and any other social media that you probably rocking around with. Every time when you get to spend time on either one of these platforms, please be warned that you're gonna be losing some energy. Not necessarily like energy literally, but like energy, because remember, energy is your emotions. Emotions is energy in motion. So if you see a post that makes you feel somehow, you develop a bit of an anger. You don't tell anybody about it. Remember, you're sitting there, it's lunchtime, you're sitting there by the corner, you're like, let me just check out the Facebook. Nobody's there to talk to you. You see the inbox from your ex. And hey, you see what's happening? I'm glad, Jason, you're speaking about it. And now you see the inbox from your ex. You start getting worked up. You're getting angry. Nobody's there. You all by yourself. You and your phone. Your phone now, it's no longer your friend, it's your enemy. Now, your anger graduates to form your state of being. Because remember, when you're angry, your body can tell you. Somebody that is angry and somebody that is happy, it's not very difficult to tell. Not even you don't even have to speak to them. You can just tell. By them walking there, you'll be like, Today doesn't look like a good day. But somebody that is in a jubilant mood, somebody that has a beautiful countenance, you can be able to associate with. You don't necessarily even have to talk to them. What's making it to be possible? Because the energy can be felt. Somebody that is angry, it's not a good person to be in company with. Somebody that is happy, it's a joy to be in their company. But now the game changes. What if you are that person that is angry and you cannot escape yourself? What do we do then? Where are you going to run to? This is where now, post after post, social media after social media, argument after argument, comment after comment, all of a sudden now, you have created a cul-de-sac for yourself. You cannot move anywhere. You are stuck. Anxiety. If you do it for long, it graduates to become a depression. If you do it for long, it becomes a clinical depression. If you do it for way too long, suicide. And we wonder what's happening. People are thinking they are being bewitched, spiritual attacks, devil. It's one of the excuses that the clergies love using. You know the whole story about hell and heaven, the devil and God. I speak at length about these things. Please go check out my YouTube. Just now you're thinking, we thought we were talking about hormones. What does God have to do with the whole thing? You know. Hey, Kakisho, when are you going to change your name? Change your name. Because now it's user 2 whatever, you know. But nonetheless, let's move on. I'm doing hormones today with social media. Now you have all these social medias running in your head. Your brain cannot be able to function. But that's not the end of the story. Remember now, after spending some time through all these social media, your body can tell because it feels like shit. But over and above what your body is telling you, there is a mayhem that is happening inside of yourself. There's a huge chemical concoction. Your hormones don't even know where they're going. Are you stressed? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you worried? You just saw somebody that has a bigger ass than yours. And now you just saw somebody that has a bigger house than yours. And you just saw somebody that has nice teeth than yours. All of a sudden you feel so unworthy. You're like, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Your emotions are running the show. Internally, this is what happens when you are on social media. You have this endocrine system that controls your hormones. Happy thoughts, happy hormones. Mutamai, it's right here. How can I? How YouTube, more TikTok. You go to my homepage. There's a button there. You click that button. Yeah, YouTube. It will send you straight to my YouTube channel. What I do is I do the same videos here and I send them to YouTube. Please take note. This is not for aesthetics. Don't look at the medium that is giving you the news. Please listen to what I'm saying. If you can't stand my face, try another way on how you can be able to get whatever that I'm saying. But here's one of the things that I love saying about this platform. Whatever that I say, it's not to be believed. Please do. Don't go around saying this guy said that. No, go research it yourself. There's books that we share. We're sharing a lot of books here. There's a shit pile that is there. We have a WhatsApp group where we sharing up ideas, documents. We're trying to see how far can we go with this. But seemingly these days, nobody wants to read anymore. People want to be told what to do, when to pray. Should you be a vegetarian? Ooh, hey, Fontaine, come on. Should you be a vegetarian? Should you rock around with crystals? Should you meditate? Should you do yoga? How about you ask yourself? Have you ever thought about that? Before you can type a question to your guru, Gobela, your prophet, your bishop, or even before you can ask for a prayer, have you ever thought, how about I do it myself? But we don't want to do it because we don't trust ourselves. That's why I'm saying, if I speak about something here and you feel certain kind of type of way, the nice thing is you don't even have to believe me. This is just entertainment. Take it like a 7 o'clock news. Because there's nothing that you get from the news unless you're telling me something else. Even here on the same platform, there's nothing that you can take out of this. Because whatever that I'm saying, there's nothing new. I'm just a guy who came to rob you of your likes. Your likes and comments. Just to kill some time with you. Just us having up a conversation. So if you take my talks like that, you would actually be doing me too much of a favor. Because I don't want people to be following me for the sake of thinking that there's something important that I'm going to be saying. I'm just here to remind you about you. Unless you don't want to remember. Depending on... Yeah! You know. This is then what happens when you entertain a bad thought for long. You're angry about one post, 2 posts. After 6 hours worth of social media, you have 17 million gazillion posts that you are not happy about. Nobody knows about this. Your partner doesn't know about this. Your children don't know about this. Your colleagues don't know about this. You know it. But somehow you don't know it because it's deep in your subconscious mind, your unconscious self, your 98%, your beliefs, your values. The shit that really drives you. You think this is it? The body. No, this is not it, bruh. That's why they call this the Matrix. This is just a gimmick. This is a series of events that never happened. Oh, that sounds so deep. I don't even know what it means, but it sounded right. Let's get back to what happens with the hormones. So you have this endocrine system. Every thought that you think or every emotion that you entertain, you are communicating with your endocrine system, which is your hormone system, which is your pharmacy. Angry thoughts, angry hormones. Worry thoughts, worry hormones. Bad thoughts, bad hormones. Good thoughts, good hormones. Joyful thoughts, joyful hormones. What inspires your thoughts? Mainly your environment. Your Facebook, it's your environment. That's what it is these days. Don't call it metaverse. When are we going to catch on? When are we going to catch on? That Facebook, it's a land of its own. That's why they have it, they call it virtual reality. This is a metaverse. Somebody mentioned something here when I was talking about this. Let me read it. I don't want to say it's me, you know. Feeding your egregores. Speaking of the egregores, but let me slow down. We'll get to the egregores. You are now saying to your internal self, every time when you're angry, and you allow anger to make sense to you. Because remember, there's a lot of things that can make you angry. Everything. There's a lot of things. But now, whether you get angry, you still have a choice. You do. You think you're angry now. You think you're happy now. It did not happen by mistake. You chose it. The question then remains or becomes, were you aware when you were choosing? Why do you think they tell you every day, when you wake up in the morning, win your day. Make sure that you win your day. First 20 minutes of your day, do something about that. Because now it sets your day to a certain direction. But now if you just wake up, like, social media. You're like, oh, okay. Or they had a graduation. Oh, but I don't like their shoes. This guy also has a YouTube channel. Oh, but have you seen how he looks? Okay. Oh, they had a baby shower. Ooh. But who did you see their presents? Every day, that's what we do. But now if you wake up and you say, shit, I win my morning, you start now taking responsibility for yourself or your reality by creating the internal environment to work for you. And I'm not saying if you're doing this, your things are going to change like tomorrow. No. You're still going to have the debit orders to pay. You still have baby mama issues, baby daddy issues, the in-laws issues, health issues. But now you have decided to look at them differently. Mind you, you're not doing anything new. I'm not saying you should buy something. I'm not saying you should do whatever. I'm actually not even saying you should even leave your house. I'm saying get inside of yourself and say, it's nothing but the waste of time. Because I've been worried about this debit order 6 months ago. You're only having the debit order today, but you've been worried shit about it 6 months ago. I know people today, what day is it? It's Wednesday. Some people are already in 2027. In their heads, how are you going to pay the house? How am I going to get the data to go live on TikTok? Or this is some of the shit that I get worried about. You'll be like, yeah. But I've learned that, and this is obviously over time, and I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm just sharing it with you to show you that emotional intelligence, it's so important. And this is not only for certain sect of people. This is for everybody. Yellow, black, white, pink, whatever the color that you're in. So long as you have the body, you have the emotions. And now if you don't understand your emotions, you fucked. Big time. You'll get angry. You'll get worried. Out of nowhere. Because your body is now running the show. What happens is, let's take one bad emotion. What can we take? Anger is a big emotion. Anger is actually the umbrella of all the gak. If you want to know, the biggest emotion is anger. It's, hey, anger is a shit, bro. Anger can give you fear. Anger can give you jealousy. Anger can give you judgment. Anger can give you narcissistic behavior. Anger can give you jealousy. Anger can give you a whole lot amount of things. Anger can give you unforgiveness. So that's how big anger is. So let's take sublet of anger. Let's take unforgiveness. Let me say you got somebody that has really, really done something very bad to you. Or with you. Very bad. Very, very bad. And you feel like you're not going to forgive them. And you're right. You got your own reasons. They did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. This is what happened. This is where I am right now. My life has been fucked up because of this and that and that and that and that. Cool. That's your case, right? You've been doing it now for 25 years. Or let me say you've been doing it now for 6 months. Every time when this person shows up, or whenever when their names come up, have you ever had those triggers, like with your ex, you know? Let me say your ex's name is Muiboni or Tsidiso, and they did something very bad to you, and you swore that you want nothing to do with them, and you're very safe and comfortable in your position. It's your resolution. But whenever when nature or the universe makes you guys come across one another, because the universe has that sense of humor. Have you ever seen that? Whenever when you don't want to see somebody or hear something, it always shows up, you know. Hey man, the shit always shows up. And it shows up whenever when you're not prepared. You know, you're like, this ex of mine, it's 6 months now since we spoke. And I hope that they're not going to come back. And they send you an inbox. And you're like, fuck me. They back in my life. This is what happens in your body when you decide to embrace unforgiveness. Nelson Mandela actually said it very nicely. Nelson Mandela said, holding a grudge against somebody, it's like you drinking a poison. Something that's supposed to kill you. You drinking a poison, hoping that someone else dies. Holding a grudge, it's like drinking a poison, hoping that someone else dies. You hold on to your nice unforgiveness because how about you know? Have you ever had those? You be like, yes, do you even know who I am? I mean, how could you treat me like that? I think I'm better than that. You should know me better than that. So now you and your high horse, you think that nobody's supposed to treat you anyhow. You're the most important thing on earth. Nobody should fuck around with you. You carry that, you go around with it. 15 years down the line, cancer. Cancer. We don't have cancer at our home. We don't have a history of cancer. How could I suffer from cancer? There's a book. I share it a lot. Whenever when I get a chance, I share it in our WhatsApp group. The name of the book is You Can Heal Yourself by Louise Hay. Louise Hay, Louise. Hay is Hay or Hey. The name of the book is You Can Heal Yourself. I think it's page 151. He gives you a list. Page 151, she gives you a list of each and every single ailment that you can come across. I think it's on the second page. There's where he speaks about cancer. When she speaks about cancer, she says, cancer, it's mainly caused by unforgiveness. Malignant tumor. This is what happens when you're holding cancer for too long. Or when you're holding unforgiveness for too long. You have a body, right? Nice body. Very nice body. When it works. Hold on. You know, every time my wife is here, né? She cleans in here. Now I don't even see my stuff. I was looking for anatomy and physiology book. Another good book. You should speak. Your body speaks your mind. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get this big-ass one. It's an applied physiology. This book in here details about how your endocrine system works, your brain works, your hormones work, blah, blah, blah. This is what they tell you in here, or any other book. Your body in a working condition, it's a beautiful machine. But anything that was to disturb the proper working of the body and tips you off the balance, it becomes what they call a free radical. A free radical is a byproduct of your body getting out of balance. Your balance, biologically they call it homeostatic state. You have a homeostasis system in your body. This is a system that makes sure everything is in balance. Too much sugar, insulin comes, it takes it down. Too much heat, perspiration comes, it takes it down. Too much fat, glucose comes, it stores it as reserves, such and such. This is your system, it's at work. Now, when you have too much anger or too much unforgiveness, which is poison, your body gets tipped off the balance. And when your body gets out of balance, you will pay for that. Hey man, you will pay for that. You see how my teeth look like? Half of them are actually out, you know. Sweets, I blame sweets. Sugar. But beyond the sugar, I want to show you something. Hold on. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something quickly. Remember, I wanted to make an excuse about why my teeth are like this. And 41. Let's see. I want to show you that everything is connected. Everything is connected to everything. I was reading about the toothaches here, man. This is the book that I'm actually checking from, the big book of reflexology. The big book of reflexology. There's a concept in here. They show you that your teeth, what's in your mouth, it's connected to certain body parts. Your wisdom tooth, your canines, your moles, your whatever, everything is connected to everything. This is where the science of acupuncture comes in. Your body is an holographic. If I touch your ear, I can touch your ear in such a way that I can stimulate a certain body part in you. I can touch the tip of your ear, that will be stimulating your ass. This is your ass. And this is the truth. You see here, the tips of, because according to the Chinese medicine, your ear, it's a baby inverted, a fetus inverted. It's too much high school, ne? Let's go back. It's not really important. So, by the way, if you hear, you love it, do the right thing, just like paying your TV license, follow the brother, send up your likes, send up your comments, the giftings as well, they pretty much welcome. For those who are not stingy, if you find it in your hearts of hearts, I take 10%, because with these conversations, I'm actually lessening your doctor's appointments. Once you take care of your internal harmony, a whole lot of shit is going to fall into place. But it doesn't mean like you have to stop your medications now. It's like you had this doctor from TikTok. Fuck no, I'm not a doctor. I don't even aspire to. So what you do is, if you're on chronic or acute medication, keep on it, but add on to this. Remember, this is free. Zero. Free 99. You came across me for free. These days, books are going all around the WhatsApp groups. If you decide to be ignorant today or at this age, it's really your choice. I don't think everybody's allowed to be stupid at this day and age. And when I say stupid, I'm not speaking about, I'm speaking about books. And remember, books is only part of you being smart. You also have to live. I see a lot of people that when they speak about books, they think that because you have a degree, you are better than somebody that cleans up the bathrooms or maintains the bathrooms. Let me tell you a thing about a degree. Example. Degree, it's a level of understanding. So when you have your degree, you book smart in reflexology. But if I was to take you to the toilet, you will not be literate to clean up the toilets. That does not make you smarter than, like, your degree. I mean, it's not even worth the paper that is printed on. So the people that are big-headed because you have your PhD and your MBA, you know, you got your master's, nigga. We know that you got your triple MBA from Harvard, Oxford and stuff. Get over yourself. You know, we know you have a big house. We know you have all this big English. We know that your bank balance is positive. We're talking about something else different here. I don't even know what I was saying when I got to that. Back to the subject. So now, every time when you're angry, or every time when you unforgiveness, or when you don't want to forgive people and holding up a grudge, you determining your body state. What your body does, it then relays the message to your endocrine gland. Or speaking about the free radical. You see, you guys don't remind me. Let me speak about the free radical before I can get to this. Every time when your body is out of balance, you create a free radical. A free radical is an element of your body that does not want to listen to you anymore. That's what a free radical is. A free radical, they normally refer to it as a cell that is going haywire. It does not listen to you anymore. It's standing there and it's like, it's giving... You know, it's giving there, it's looking at you, it's like you have a headache and it's caused by the free radical. You're having your grandpa, your free radical is looking at you, it's like, psst, this headache, it's not gonna stop, even if you give me grandpa. So a free radical is something that cannot be controlled by the outside stimuli, meaning no doctor can fix it up, in as far as you can pick it up. This is how cancer starts. One cell that decided to not listen to you. Why would a cell do that? Because you have been getting angry every day, and anger, it's not good for your cells. So what your cells do, they do. You know, they putting up a protest. They like, hey bruh, this thing of you not forgiving people, hey man, it's too much for us. Can't you see we're getting sick? But now we don't want to listen. And now your body says, okay, fine, we're going to give this nigga a free radical. Now this free radical is going to start alone. It's going to be standing there, looking at you, taking up Disprin, Panado, weed, morphine, whatever your drug is. But it doesn't respond. You should know that now you're in shit. Because now you start developing some acute ailments. You can't breathe, you can't do this, you can't do that. And now the acute is gonna now, if it festers, it's gonna become chronic. But now these are the benign stage, the earlier stage of cancer. You don't even know it. Just by getting angry or not forgiving anybody. So yeah, you sit in there and your free radical says, I think I need more squad, man. I can't do this by myself. Your free radical invites another cell. The cell loves it there. Now other cells are looking at these two cells or a group of cells. They're asking themselves, who are these guys? These are now your white corpuscles, your cells that are fighting up diseases. Your soldiers, your immune system, you know, you're like, that is if it's still intact. But now because you've been doing such a bad thing for so long, your body doesn't even give a fuck about you anymore. It actually wants out of here. Just by unforgiveness. Remember, you have your reasons. You know exactly why you're not forgiving them. And I get your reasons. I do. Because some people can be very bad. Very bad. Some things can be very bad. Very bad. So, you got your reasons. You have them in a safe somewhere. Now we're talking about what are your reasons doing to you. that you hold so dear, that people bakaso twaile hampi. Do you know who I am? And now we sitting there. Aren't you aware that what you're doing to yourself, it's not good? But you continue. So now the free radicals, they now have a bit of a committee there. It's a political party inside of yourself. They got their pink berets. I don't want to mention the other colors berets, but I'll say pink berets. They toying there. Because the government is no longer being taken care of. Everything is haywire in here. You don't want to stop what has been making you sick. Social media, amongst others. And I'm not saying this goes for everybody, because there's some of the people that are quite smart as to how to use social media. You know, you choose what content do you want. Do you want positivity? Do you want education? Do you want children's stuff? You know. But one of the things about social media, it doesn't give a fuck about your predetermined or pre-selected choices. If it wants to show you murder, it will show you murder while somebody's laughing at the back. Why is murder promoted so much through social media? Fear. Remember, when you're sick, you're going to have a headache. When you're scared, you're going to have a headache. You buy Crenpa. Yeah, man. When you're having constipation, you go and buy laxatives. That's money for the pharmaceuticals. So, you see? Now, your body now has, there's free radicals there, you know, they're having a party. Yeah. Your body still forgives you. It tries to fight for you. Your body's like, okay, there's a meeting there by the immune system headquarters. You got your red corpuscles and your white corpuscles. Your red corpuscles, I think they are the ones for the oxygenating your body. Your white corpuscles, these are your front niggas. These are the ones that you trust to get rid of any disease that's in a body. Now your white corpuscles go try to fight the free radicals that are there. They call it the pathology of disease. That's how you start getting sick. Not by eating something outside. Thoughts. Your beliefs. What you feed in your non-physical self. Now your white corpuscles, they go there. They find out. Free radicals, what you guys want here? These guys, they're busy toying. They don't want to listen to nothing. So now the white corpuscle says, okay, fine. We're going to need a backup. What your body does, it gives you what they call tumeric or tumor response. I know to a lot of people this is going to sound so wrong, but I want you to follow me. The way how your body gives you tumor, or the way how tumor develops. Tumor, it's like, oh, this is a sack for my crystals. Tumor is something like this. It's a sack, you know. Our grandmothers used to have something like this, where they'll put their snake, and for me, I put my crystals in here. So, it will be like this. So, what your body does, it creates a tumor, it collects all the free radicals, it puts them in a bag. Your tumor becomes something like a ball, but it starts very small. But the more and more you don't stop your remorse of holding grudges and too much social media, too much distraction, too much anger, too much unforgiveness, too much judging, too much stinginess, too much negativity in general. These tumors now, they metastasize. They grow in a malignant form. Malignant is something that is like, it ricochets. Have you ever seen when somebody shoots a bullet? When it hits it, it's like... That's a malignant way. So now, your cells now, they're now behaving in a malignant way, and now your tumors are growing now. It can go as far as big as a tennis ball in a brain. Tumor is a way of how your body is protecting itself. I know you doctors, your your professor told you otherwise, and I understand. You've been told that tumor is bad. Tumor is bad. Like we've been told that bacteria is bad. Remember that back then we used to be told that bacteria is bad? So now here you are, you're having up this tumor metastasized, and now this sac now is getting too full. And your body cannot do anything anymore because you don't want to stop your actions. You don't want to stop your habits. You don't even want to laugh. You don't even want to give. You don't even want to forgive. You don't even want to let go. You don't even want to trust. You just want to control everything. Now you're burning yourself out. And now it reaches the apex. The peaking point. Or the climax. The sac blows. Cancer spreads itself throughout your body. All because of having reasons to hate people or to be right. Isn't it what social media is all about? When you sit down and look at it, I want you to, you see, these things that I'm talking about, I know I'm a very unlikely source, because these days we only believe doctors. These days, when somebody in a lab coat comes and tells you, you got 1, 2, 3, you take it for a word. But when a nigga comes like looking like this, you're like, ooh, this one. I don't even think that I need to give him my money. It sounds like a fraud. So, you not wanting to let go and becoming the superhero, what has it done for you so far? And I don't want you guys to misconstrue me, because people tend to make linguistical mistakes as I say things. I'm not saying that you should be a nihilist. I'm not saying that you should give up on life. This is far from what I'm saying. Unless you still want to give up on your life, Hey man, unless you want to leave that church, unless you want to leave that relationship, don't make me as an excuse. So don't make me into an excuse. I mean, run your own show, you've always wanted to start that relationship. You know you've always wanted to start that business. You know that you've always wanted to leave that relationship. You know you've always wanted to leave that business. Or leave the church or join the church. Whatever that you want to do. So, what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying that you should do it, because I mean this is a very dangerous sport, because now it means that you have to trust the process, and not all of us are prepared to trust the process. You still feel like something is attacking you. You have your job, but you still feel like there's something else that you need to do. You got your 100 rand in your bank account, but you still feel like you need something else to do. You're just never content. You're always looking for the next big thing. But you are the big thing happening right now. Right here. With the way how you are. Your crooked teeth, your flat ass, your dark skin, your bad habits, your past, your current position, your whole self. Self-acceptance. But social media will tell you otherwise. it will always tell you, have you seen that there's somebody that is better than you? They have much more many followings. They got much more back pains, irregular periods, sore joints, la. You got the pharmacy! Let me read something a little bit before I finish. You just got me excited. I want to read one of the ailments. Let's see, back pains. Come packed with evidence. You guys need evidence first. I know you guys wouldn't have listened to me without having any form of evidence or trying to sound smart, which is basically a waste of time. Because all that I could have said is, then that will be the end of TikTok. But I have to try to make it sound smart, intellectually appeasing. I'm going to be reading from this book. The Cure for All Diseases. It's by Hoopla, whatever. I'm reading from Low Back Pains. Low back pains, because you mentioned something like that. Low back pains, lower abdominal pain. But let me read this. This is what this lady says about the low back pain. We have been told that lower back pain originates in an inherited weakness of the spine at its base because we humans walk upright instead of our four legs. You must be bipedal. So now we've been told that as we became bipedal, our spinal cord had to be erected up vertically. So as a result, that became a little bit of a load to our lower body. But this lady here disputes that. And we have been told that the bony hooks that keep the spine aligned are flatter in some families, making it harder for them to hold the spine together. We are also told that the proper exercises could have kept this part of our body strong so that the lower back pains could have been avoided. Acupressure, massage and chiropractors can bring miraculous relief. The most severely crippled lower back pain sufferers can shuffle lamely into the chiropractor's office and walk out normally without pain or painkillers after treatment. So, although there has been a slippage of a disc or spine, apparently it goes back to its place very easily. If muscle relaxation is the clue, we must ask why these muscle spasms or they break down so easily. Any muscle spasm, if you irritate or injure it suddenly, it might cause you some injury. She goes on here to say that and that. They like using big words. But here's the long and short of it. When you're having lower back pains, some people might say it's because your disc has flipped or this has happened. This is obviously besides if mechanically that's how things are in your life. But I'm talking about somebody that is having lower back pains while you are still bipedal, while you're still mobile. Some people will tell you that it's because the disc is fractured or something is done that. Acupressure tells you that none of that is actually true. Some of it is, but mainly you are feeling back pains because there's an energy blockage. You can take that to the bank and get your money back. But no. Grandpa, Anadine, Disprin, Panado. Instead of us asking ourselves, wait a minute, wait. If then my lower back pain is caused by energy blockage, how the fuck did the energy get it in my lower back? Now you start asking very good question. What is energy? This guy once said energy is emotions. Oh, energy in motion. That's emotion. What could cause the lower back pain? Now you start becoming a scientist. You're now researching, You're like lower back pains. Wait a minute. I've heard somebody once speaking about that I'm a body or I'm a temple and I have a structure. This structure also has these funny things, they call them chakras. Even though you don't know much about chakras, but you've heard somebody talking about them. And now, when you get there, you're like, oh, chakras. How many do we have in our body? 144,000. 7 main ones. 6 in a body. 7th one is a little bit on top of you, like 2-3 centimeters. They call it your crown chakra. Apparently, when you get awakened, it glows up, whatever being awakened is. So, when you study the chakras, you see that you have 2 very powerfully energy centers in your body called your root chakra and your sacral chakra. Your first lower energy centers. What does the first energy center has to do with you? First chakra is red in color. It's called the Muladhara. It's red. Mythologically, they will tell you that this is where God stays. Oh, I know my Christian friends are normally are saying now, what? They're like, what? Yeah, the root chakra, mythologically, this is where God stays. But it's also where you process your lower self, your lower emotions. It also controls your sexual urges. It also controls your appetite. So if you're eating too much, if you're too promiscuous, or if you're too much hateful, you're fucking around with that red chakra. Where is it based? Lower self. Why are you having back pains? Ask yourself, what do you think about most of the times? Now the shit changes. You're like, oh, my emotions have been getting me sick. What are emotions? Energy in motion. It's your energy moving or is your energy stuck? Energy stuck by unforgiveness. What is an unforgiveness? What does it do when it comes to your energy? Remember, this is how you look like when you haven't forgiven somebody. You're holding on to something. You're like, remember, they call it holding up a grudge. You're holding on to it. You're like, no, they molested me. They raped me. They got me fired. They cheated on me. They killed my family. They killed whatever.